I'm Maddie Lee coming to you after the Thunder's 123-118 win at New Orleans. The Thunder snaps that two-game losing streak that started at home and continues a road winning streak out to 8 games now, which is tied for a Thunder record. So all good things in New Orleans and the Thunder's first showdown against Zion Williamson. Thunder kept its winning ways through even Williamson's return and finishes that regular season series 4-0, goes undefeated against the Pelicans. So good night for the Thunder, good way to enter the All-Star break. Zion Williamson also is entering the All-Star break on a high. He scored a team high 32 points. He did a great job getting to the lines. So on the other end, the Thunder fouled him too much, especially in that first half. But when matching up against him, the Thunder doesn't really have a guy who makes sense. And so they rotated through a bunch of big guys, started with Danilo Gallinari on him. All of their centers got a chance on him. And Abdul Nader was probably the smallest guy who guarded Zion throughout the night. But now they've gotten that under their belt. They'll have plenty more bouts with him in the future. On the other end, I mentioned Gallinari. He really made up on the offensive end, scoring a team-high 29 points for the Thunder and really boosting them there in clutch time, hitting a bunch of very clutch shots. And on top of that, you had another season high, tied for a season high, from Chris Paul with 12 assists. So Thunder's offense really has started going again after really getting stagnant at home in that 4-game homestand. So good for the Thunder to get back to that. But probably the most exciting moment of the night didn't actually have that much of a bearing on the final score, but Steven Adams scored his first career three-pointer from 3/4 of the way across the court. It was a buzzer beater right at the end of the half, and he turned and threw it like a baseball all the way across the court, and it miraculously went in. He celebrated with a shimmy. It was an amazing moment, and quite the way to log your first three-pointer of your career. So Thunder now head into the All-Star break. They've got Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander competing in different events. Chris Paul, of course, is in the All-Star game. He was a reserve. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander both is competing in the Rising Stars game, which Zion Williamson is also in. Zion is a injury replacement. And Shai is going to be in the Skills Challenge, where he's an injury replacement. So lots of good stuff coming up. And I'll see you there in Chicago.